Hello everyone, I'm George. Today, let's talk about how to haggle. A lot of times when you go abroad, you want to visit their traditional markets. You can see a variety of local products there. They are very different from what you can find in a department store. And also, one of the reasons people like to go there is because you can enjoy the fun of haggling over the price. So today, we're just going to talk about how to haggle over the price in English. I've prepared 5 techniques that you can use, and each technique I have 2 example sentences that you might be able to use when you are bargaining. Maybe you've used some of them already. And here we go. Group number 1. Appeal to the seller's sympathy. Sometimes when you really want to buy something and you don't have a lot of cash with you, or you probably are not willing to pay that much money. So what do? You tell the seller that you don't have that much money, you can't afford it, so that the seller might feel sad for you. They might be more willing to cut the price for you. And let's just take a look at the 2 example sentences. Number 1. I'm recently unemployed. Can you make it work for me? I'm recently unemployed. Can you make it work for me? Here, make it work for me means give me a price so that I am able to pay for it. I can afford it. You try to tell the seller that you don't make a lot of money. Unemployed means you don't have a job. Maybe you just lost your job, or maybe you just couldn't find one, but you really need the products. And you're asking the seller to be a nice person, to give you a nice price so you can pay for it. And number 2, I'm a student. I live on a budget. I'm a student. I live on a budget. Sometimes it's not because of your job, it's because of your age or who you are. If you are a student, you know you have to pay for the rent, you have to pay for your daily necessity. Also, you have to pay for your tuition. There's a lot of things that you need to pay for, but you really want to buy something from the seller. So maybe if you tell them you're a student, you live on a budget, you don't have a lot of money to spare, then they would be more willing to sell it to you. And let's move on to group number 2. Have the seller offer a price. Sometimes it's very difficult for you to decide at which price you're gonna buy it. So why not ask the seller to offer you a price? Maybe they can just give you a discount. And let's just take a look at the 2 example sentences. Number 1. If other sellers can make it work, you probably can too. If other sellers can make it work, you probably can too. You know, if you go to a market, there's probably not just one vendor or stall that's selling the same products. You go around, you look at the product, you really want it, and then you tell the seller, other stalls, they sell the same products, and they're cheaper. So you can just tell them, if you want me to buy it from you, you have to offer me a better price. This only works when you think the seller really wants to sell it to you. Maybe they're gonna get angry because of this. You're trying to tell the seller, I want to buy the product from you. I don't want to buy it from any other places. So, give me a price. And number 2, what's your range of adjustment on this item? What's your range of adjustment on this item? To adjust means to make small changes. And here, of course, means the change of the price. You're just asking the seller, I'm not gonna argue with you, just tell me how much cheaper you can make it for me. You're trying to be more sincere by telling the seller you're not trying to push. It's just that if you give me a better price, I would definitely buy it from you. And let's just move on to group number 3. Make it hasty. Hasty means hurry, fast. You want to make sure to the seller that everything has to go fast. You don't give him a lot of time to think. You offer the price, you talk about it, and take it or leave it. Let's just take a look at the 2 example sentences. Number 1. If you're willing to go down to 1,000, I'll take it right away. If you're willing to go down to 1,000, I'll take it right away. You're telling the seller that you're willing to buy it right away. He doesn't have to wait. The only thing he needs to do is to nod and they can get the money from you. When you're doing this, you have to make sure the price is reasonable. It cannot be something that is too ridiculous. When you are sure about the price, offer it and take it. And number 2, I'm only around this afternoon. I'm only around this afternoon. When you are sure that the seller wants to sell it to you, you tell them this, that means I'm not gonna be around. I will be away. So sell it to me right now or never. It's kind of the now or never deal. So if the seller wants to wait, he cannot make the money from you. And let's move on to group number 4. Ask for a package deal. When you are buying products, you might see them come in different sizes or different colors. If you are offering that you are buying them all, then they will be more willing to give you a better price. Let's just take a look at the example sentences. Number 1. If I buy the whole set, can I get one free? If I buy the whole set, can I get one free? You are telling the seller, I'm willing to buy more as long as you give me a special price. You can say get one free, you can say get 25% off. You can offer your price at this time so that the seller is actually making more money because you're buying more. And number 2, I come here a lot. I'll definitely buy more next time. I come here a lot. I'll definitely buy more next time. You're telling the seller this is not the only time you're making the purchase from him. So maybe if he gives you a better price, you're gonna come back. Or maybe you're gonna bring back some new customers for him. Isn't that a better deal for the seller? Try to tell him that this is not gonna be the only time that you're buying stuff from the stand or from the stall, and you can easily nail the deal. And group number 5, be unreasonable. In this group, we're talking about something that is probably a little bit unreasonable, so it's not recommended that you always use this. If you don't mind people thinking that you are not the best customer they have, then you can use this. But be careful, you might not be welcomed again. Let's take a look at example sentences. Number 1, I won't leave until you agree. I won't leave until you agree. You're kind of telling the seller the price is the only one I can accept, and I'm gonna sit here or I'm gonna stand here for the whole night. Even if you don't want to sell it to me, I will be standing here. It's not gonna make you look good, but if the seller really wants to get rid of you and it's not a really bad price, then they would say yes to you. Or you might end up standing there all night. Number 2, your product is flawed. The colors don't even match. Your product is flawed. The colors don't even match. You're trying to find out something wrong about the product, and since they're not perfect, the price should not be at full price. This kind of makes sense, but some sellers don't want customers to point out what's wrong with it. Especially when there are other customers around, they might think that the seller is not selling the best products around the area. It won't be bringing the seller a good name and is not making you look good. However, sometimes it'll work because if it is really flawed, the seller probably want to get rid of them right away. These are the 5 techniques that I teach today that you can use when you are bargaining or when you're haggling over the price at a market. But remember, always make sure after you haggle, you have to buy them. Don't just haggle for fun. You're gonna get yourself into trouble. I'm not sure if this works in every country, but I know it works in a lot of flea markets or traditional markets. Sometimes you can get yourself a very good deal. If you liked the video today, make sure you click the like button down below or subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. Bye!